Hello everyone, Vendris here, and today we are cracking Total War Warhammer 3 systems again with a new video, and I want to show you a thing that I just found out that I think is game breaking as hell. So let's hop in already without any lingering. We will be talking about abilities overall in the game. As you know, in Warhammer 3 we have a brand new system that allows us to see damage values of the abilities. Let's look on the lore of Nurgle here. Rancid visits something, the name is quite hard, have damage values of 67 to 133 per second. You can see the values here, damage per second. Very nice indicator in game, you know how much damage this ability is doing. It also have duration, range, cooldown, etc. Cause damage to combatant, strong against characters. But what does it mean that it's from 67 to 133? Why it does have a range? Let's look on the tables for this ability in game. Okay, we are in the game tables right now and I'm showing you this specific ability. So Rancid something. We have its duration, same as on the card, 10 seconds. Then we go to the right and we see how often it's dealing damage, 1 time per second. It's great, it's not healing, but let's look on the damage amount. Damage amount is 133. Okay, let's get back to the card again. It's 67 and 133. To the table again. 133. This is the damage that ability will do per second no matter what. To one enemy also. To one enemy, so one character. It's strong against character. It's working only against character, to be honest. Okay, 133. Where is this 67 value, you will ask? And I'm asking myself also. In Warhammer 3, there is a new thing that spells damage scale right now, depending on your unit size. So let's check this table. Maybe answer will be there. Okay, we are in the table right now. And we are seeing that on Ultra, this is the value, the damage of the ability from the table is 100% of it. Okay, so it's 133. On the smallest unit size is 25% of the ability. Let's do the quick math here. So 133 by 4, it should be 33 damage. And white 67. This ability is an example of an ability values that are wrong in the game. This is confusing. This ability on Ultra unit size is doing 133 damage. 133 damage. It's not making 67 on your Ultra settings, because I'm on Ultra settings right now. If you change the settings in the game, nothing really happens. But let's go further. Another example of a new unit card thing. Let's go to the lore of the vampires. Gaze of Nagash. Ability we all know that is in the game. So this ability is doing 105 damage and 95 explosive damage, yeah? Per what? Let's go to the tables again. Gaze of Nagash is a missile ability that it's sending 5 projectiles, each dealing 75 AP damage and 30 normal damage. Okay, let's check again. 105. Everything's clear. But where are the projectiles? Let's get back to the table and make the calculations again. So it's what? 75 plus 30 multiplied by 5. This is the actual damage that this ability is doing per hit right now. UI card won't tell you that. Why? Because it doesn't have indicator on how many projectiles it's doing. The another thing is the explosion damage. We have explosion damage value, but where is the AoE of it? Let's check it out again. Okay, we are on a projectile table right now. It's explosion. Let's check the values here. Let's go with the damage. So damage is 30, the normal damage, and 65 of AP, total of 95. In game, 95 percentage, everything applies. No AoE still. If we go to the left, we see the AoE of the detonation. AoE of the detonation is 1 meter, so the lowest possible value in the game. Why this is not on the unit card? On this ability card? I really don't know. We are on another example of very bad UI for me, at least. Bitter Bone is a spell in Skaven Spells of Stealth, okay? So its effects are minus 25% speed, minus 40 melee defense, and vigor per second plus 9. Wow, this is quite a massive nerf. Let's go with the calculations again. So its duration is 39. It would be 39 multiplied by 9. It means that for its duration it's doing 351 vigor penalty to all units affected by it. But you know what? That's a lie. Why? Because this ability is doing vigor not per second but per activation of the ability. You won't read it here, you will see it in the tables. Endgame doesn't tell you anything about it. Is it good? This is not good at all. So all of you will now ask, what about it? This is maybe not something big, but for me, being fully honest, this is a huge deal because new unit abilities values are very confusing and in some cases are wrong. All direct damage abilities, like I showed you on the Nurgle example, are showing the wrong values. You don't know how many units are affected, you don't see the exact value, and that's it. This is very problematic for me, and also things like with the Skaven Stealth spell. You don't see the actual value of it. Yes, it's lowering vigor by 9, because I know it, but the people that are starting the game right now will think that it's per second, when it's not true. All the projectiles doesn't have the AoE values. You don't know how much your invocation of Nehek is doing, the Shambuni gains, etc. You don't see the number of projectiles, you don't see their AoE, you have the information of one projectile damage and nothing more really. Is it a good indicator of this system with abilities? Of course not. It's a great step in a good direction, but right now I think that abilities UI is more or less useless for people. Only thing that is really properly working right now are the vortex damages. They are proper when you compare them to the tables. The rest is somewhere out there, but it doesn't give you exact values of the abilities. I hope that CA will see this video and make some changes in the future, because also I saw dozens of bugs in the game when the abilities didn't have the duration or didn't have their effect, and after resetting the game they were all back, or different one didn't have them in my games. This is a big glaring issue for me that is making many problems, not only for the players but also modders. So yes, as I was saying, I hope that CA will look on this video and maybe try to fix it. I also sent the proper report to Creative Assembly about it with all the evidences. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember that if you like my content, you can always subscribe, hit that notification bell, or become SFO Mod Team Patron. All of this, all the content that we are making is being made thanks to your support. That was Venris, and I'm out.